Hey y'all, it's been a while. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst YouTuber in the history of YouTube, but I'm back, and I wore my YouTube hoodie to show y'all that I'm back. And I mean it this time. I mean it this time. I'm serious. So I'm about to step in this dark elevator, which is gonna light up, and I'm gonna go downstairs to show you guys what I got. Okay. Now, forgive me for being absent. Forgive me for taking time off. Forgive me for working on myself. But I'm here. I'm back. And I may have forgotten how to be a YouTuber, but I'm going to try to remember. So, boom. I'm here. And I have a big announcement. I have a huge life update for you guys. 8 months ago, when you guys saw me, I had started my new job. You know what I'm saying? I was working as a data analyst, still am actually. And I was just trying to get into new things, trying to see where my life would take me. Little did I know, when I posted my first YouTube video in January, I started a business in March with my business partner. In April, we made moves towards developing our business plan, our business model. Stuff went crazy. By May, we had our first deal, and then a year later, not even a year later, what am I talking about? It's not even been a year. It's about 6-7 months later, multiple six figures. And, I went ahead and made a crazy decision that only I understand why I made it, and I'm content with it, and I'm comfortable with it, and I'm happy with it. But I actually bought 2 luxury vehicles, 2 low-key but high-key my dream cars. I bought a Porsche and I bought a Mercedes-Benz. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh my gosh, this kid, he just ran into some money. Now he's trying to go crazy. He doesn't know what he's doing, blah, 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 all that good stuff. But in my defense, it was a business move, right? I was like, you know what? Why don't I make this investment, the biggest investment I've ever made in my life, and try to see if it's gonna work out, And so I got these 2 cars at the same time for Turo. So this is gonna be my Turo journey, and how I'm gonna let you guys see exactly how I'm gonna start this business from, nothing to hopefully something. Oh, what's that? What's that? Is that my Porsche? Whose Porsche that is? Hold on, wait. I don't know if I have the key for this. Wait, hold. I have a lot of keys now. I just don't know if I own this thing. I have a Porsche. I have a Porsche, me. And this is incredible. I have a Porsche. Anyway, hold on. I'm about to get in my Porsche. Okay. So, as we're speaking, I am in my Porsche. I'm doing my first YouTube video in my Porsche. The Porsche that I own. So let me just get into it, y'all. Yes, I bought a Porsche. Yes, I bought a Mercedes-Benz. Y'all got to see the Mercedes-Benz. It's crazy. The reason why I got the Porsche and the Mercedes-Benz at the same time, my defense, I was going to get 3 cars, right? I was going to get a Porsche, Mercedes, and a BMW. The BMW was going to be a coupe. And I decided not to get the BMW because I thought I was going to be doing a little bit too much for my first major investment. Because with this, with my other business, I didn't nearly put up as much. I didn't take a loan out. Like, my cars are financed. Of course, I didn't walk into a dealership and just pay cash for them. I financed them based off of my financial history and stuff like that. Got a great deal on it based off of my relationships. Got an amazing deal on it. So for me, it was like, okay, let me get these cars and let me see if I can grow a Turo business, because I know a lot of people right now who are doing Turo, who are making decent money, or who are having some kind of success. that I want to see if I can be able to have the same amount of success. And of course, it's a huge risk, right? And I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to give you guys a tour of the cars, of course, but I want to talk about a little bit of the internal battle that I had before actually getting these cars, because over the last 6 months, 7 months, I've been able to do things that I never thought I'd be able to do in my life. I've been able to accomplish things that I never thought I'd be able to accomplish. And I just got to a point in my life, in my journey, where I was like, you know what? I want to keep the momentum, right? I want to continue to expand, start a wholesaling business, got an Airbnb with my partner. And it's like, what's next, right? And I could keep playing it safe, or I could take a risk that was calculated. And to me, this was a risk that was calculated. So the where I actually secured this cars, I put $0 down. So I didn't pay any down payment for these cars, for the 2 cars that I just got. So I have 3 cars in total now. Didn't put any down payment. APR was straight. You know what I'm saying? It's not a 2%. I didn't get a 2% APR on my loan like I did on my Hyundai. I have a Hyundai, a Benz, and a Porsche. On my Hyundai, I got like a 2.9 APR. And that costs about $16,000. And at the end of that term, it's a 6-year lease or a 6-year loan financing the car. And the 6 years, I'm only paying $1,200 in interest, right? Because my credit was really good at the time, and I had a really solid co-signer who, he had the income to back it up. But I was able to get that deal for that car. For these cars, I didn't go through much of a rigorous process to lower the monthly payments or anything like that, or the financing costs or anything like that, because largely because I got them for no money down. Now with my Hyundai, I actually had to put money down. It wasn't much. It was like $3,000. But with these 2 luxury cars that are extremely more advanced than my Hyundai, I was like, you know what, it just doesn't make any sense for me to sit here and start trying to haggle and hassle and get a lower payment, because I'm not truly putting anything down. And that was a big result, or that was largely because of the connections that I have, and also the credit that I have. So I was thankful about that. So I got these 2 cars for Turo. I got a Porsche Macan 2018, and I got a Mercedes-Benz C-Class 2020. So I'm looking for just favor. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for favor in everything I do. I'm looking at this venture going as great as my other ventures have gone and are going. And I want to prove, and I want to show you guys exactly how to start a business from scratch. I don't want to just come here and talk to y'all about how I got to success and stuff, because I kind of missed that wave with growing with you guys via wholesaling. I missed that wave of showing you guys before I got my first deal. We're 6 figures in, and it's hard to kind of give you guys that step by step and show you guys the journey with that, because we're already kind of so far ahead. But with a business venture like Turo, I want to make a conscious effort to be like, yo, this is how I started, from the bottom. As far as when I say bottom, as far as a beginner in it, because I'm still beginning. I've had this car for about 5 days. I've had both my cars for about 5 days, but I haven't even listed them on Turo yet. And that just means at this point, they're a liability. If my goal was to put them on Turo so that they can pay for themselves and also make a little bit of profit for me every single month, it's been 5 days, since I got the cars, and they haven't been listed yet. So I'm literally sitting with a liability instead of this car being an asset to me. And I blame myself. I don't necessarily like to use the word blame, because for me, it just doesn't sit right with me. A lot of people have their preferences on what they like to receive. I don't like to receive blame. I would rather hold myself responsible than to blame myself. Now, you can feel however you feel about that subject. It's not up for debate with me. But yeah, I hold myself responsible for not, having them already on the platform in 5 days that it's been. The reason why, I'll tell you guys. So with my Mercedes-Benz, there was a recall on it, and it was a recall on the rear camera. So it's not necessarily something that will stop the car from functioning properly. It's a rear camera. They just got to switch it out. But there's a recall on it, and you cannot have a vehicle that you want to put on Turo have a recall that's outstanding or current. You have to take care of that recall in order to list your car actually on Turo. So when I tried to list my Benz, I wasn't able to. They told me that there was a active recall on it, and I had to take care of it before I can even list that. So the earliest I can make an appointment, today is Wednesday, the earliest I can make an appointment to get that recall taken care of is Monday. So I have to wait about 3 days. So by the time it's Monday, I would have wasted about 8 days, that I could have had these cars on the platform actually running. So I'm letting you guys know this for the purpose of, if you decide to do this, I want you guys to know exactly what not to do, which is wait, right? Now, my mentor, he actually told me before I even got the cars that I should start listing the cars on the Turo platform, and I didn't listen. And if I would have listened, I would have caught some of these errors a lot faster, right? I would have been known that, my Mercedes-Benz needed a new back camera or something like that, And so I tried to list the Porsche, because the Porsche is fine. I got to put air in the tire, but everything about the Porsche is fine. And I could actually have somebody come in and take it right now. But the thing about the Porsche, or even not even the Porsche, but the thing about listing on Turo is you have to have certain tasks completed in order for you to actually list your vehicle. And one of the tasks was, or is, actually to attend an orientation call. Now, the orientation call, today is November, 9? The orientation call is available. The earliest availability is on November 16th. So now that means I have to wait another week in order to actually have my actually have my Porsche to be verified or cleared by Turo to actually be on the platform. So right now I'm sitting with 2 liabilities. I'm not going to lie to you. It is what it is. Like, I have to pay the car note, I have to pay the insurance, whether they make me money or not. And that was a risk that I factored into my business plan when kind of undertaking this. I had to put 6 months worth of expenses on the side in order to make sure that even if these cars don't go out for 6 months, I can cover them. And, by the 3rd, 4th month, I'm not going to just sit here and be like, oh, my cars haven't been booked, and I'm just going to keep sitting here. Nah, like 3rd, 4th month, like, I'm focusing on trying to get rid of them. I'm focusing on an exit plan, something. I ain't finna just stay here and just not make money off these cars that are supposed to be an investment for me. So, I'm not hard on myself necessarily. Like, I'm not hard on myself about the fact that they're not up on the platform yet. Because I'm going to Jersey this Friday. I'm going to be in Jersey till Sunday. So it's like, okay, I have a lot going on at this moment in time, but, I can still make it. So, yeah, learning lessons, start immediately. Definitely try to figure out everything that's wrong with your car before. Not even saying that there's anything wrong with my Mercedes or my Benz or my Porsche. My Porsche, it just needs a little bit of tire pressure, or it needs some air in the tires. My Mercedes needs a whole, new rear camera and stuff like that. But that's stuff that, you don't necessarily even think about. You don't think about, oh, is there an active recall? Like, I actually thought about it, but it wasn't something that was like, oh, shoot, I bet there's probably an active recall. It was just like, oh, recalls? I doubt it. Because what's the chances that the car I'm about to get has a recall on it, right? But I would advise you, do your due diligence. I would have still gotten the car, regardless. I would have just planned um, for the delay, because the goal, literally, if you're about to get cars for Turo, the goal is to have these cars booked up or have these cars on the platform the minute you get them. You don't want to waste time. You don't want to lollygag. You don't want to test drive. You don't want to do none of that. Like this Porsche, I haven't driven it. Like I've probably taken it for a spin just to see what it's like, but I actually haven't driven it for more than 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And I've had it for about 5 days now. So, yeah, I encourage you guys, if you're about to get a car for Turo or whatever the case. My Porsche is beautiful. I'm just looking at it. It is like, I actually cannot believe I have a Porsche. I can't believe I have a Benz. And what I'm trying to do with my mentality is stay in that mode of, not necessarily not having, but in that mode of still grind, because I didn't want to get these as a symbol, like a status symbol, like, oh, look, I'm making so much money so I can afford. I didn't want to get that. If it was for that reason, I wouldn't have even told you guys that, I put 0 down on these. I tried to make y'all think like I spent as much money as possible on these, but, I literally just told y'all, like, connections and credit allowed me to get these cars with 0 down payment. So I'm honestly not trying to flex with them. I'm honestly not trying to toot my own horn or seem bigger than I am. I live in Buckhead. It's a very, lucrative city. It's a fast city. A lot of entertainers, entrepreneurs, and just people who want to look flashy live here. So if I was going to do a business venture like this, I couldn't do it with a Honda. I just couldn't. I had to do it with a car that people would look at and be like, dang, I want this car. And I really feel like the 2 cars that I got are like that. Now, the third car that I didn't get, it was a BMW coupe. It was a 420i. It was something like that. I don't know. It was a coupe. The grill was sexy. The interior, beautiful. It was a beautiful car. I just couldn't bring myself to get all 3 of them because it just seemed like too much for me. And I didn't know, I still don't know how the Turo market is going to be for me. So I'm going to try to see what's going on with these 2. If it works out great, I might get another one, might get 2 more, 3 more, 4 more, might establish a fleet. Now, if it doesn't, I'm going to find an exit plan. But y'all pray for the kid. Stay with the kid. If y'all need anything, you know what I'm saying, holler at the kid. But yeah, y'all, just wanted to kind of talk to y'all about this decision that I made. It was a huge decision, big decision. A lot of people feel, different ways about it. My parents are okay with it because they trust me. They see that, like, they trust that I'm mature enough to be able to, make decisions that will better my life. And I'm grateful for that, but there's also some people who are, I feel like, waiting either for me to not necessarily fail, but for me to have a bad experience with it. And so they can kind of feel like they're right about a business model like this or whatever. Because, people think all types of ways about different things and stuff like that. When I'm doing somebody who is more successful than I, who has more money than me, who has more business experience, whatever the case, somebody who's ahead of me could look at this and say, man, this young kid, he's just doing it all the way wrong. Like, he's just, he got the wrong blueprint. But then, somebody else could be looking at it like, okay, he's doing it right. It's all just based on experience. So I didn't necessarily want to do it based off of anybody's experience. I want to do it based off of mine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little 20-minute video. And I'll share more. I'll definitely do a tour of the cars, not this video, but next video. Show you guys what the cars look like on the interior and the exterior, so that we can go and grow through this journey together. Love y'all. And I'm about to get in my Porsche. Peace.